What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Okay, now in this video we're going to be talking about Asian session manipulation, right? It's a trick. It's something that a lot of people don't really focus on, and we're going to talk about it, some more. We're going to expound on it a little bit more because me personally, I don't trade Asian session, and there's a specific reason why I don't trade Asian session. And once I explain this Asian session manipulation trick, you're going to see why I don't trade Asian session. Okay, so before I get into this video, right, if you guys want to join the Discord, link is in the description, right? In this video I'm going to explain some things about Asian session, but I'm not going to get too in deep, right? That's for the students, right? That's for our students, that's for our members in the Discord mentorship, right? That's for VIP only. If you guys want more information, right, you can join the Discord. Okay, like all the information is there. There's nothing being held back. So I mean, join the community if you want more information, if you want to learn more. But I am gonna spill a little bit of stuff for you guys that can help you guys improve your trading overall, right? Okay, so if you guys want to contact me, you can hit me on my Instagram, right? You can email me if you want to. Okay, so I mean, there's multiple ways. Just check the link in the descriptions. Just go to the description if you have any questions or whatever. One-on-one session, check in the description. All right guys, so let's get into this. Let's say this is Asian session, right? So Asian session right here, you have Asian session. This is basically how the market goes, right? A lot of people say Asian session ranges. A range doesn't mean that it has to be just like this back and forth, right? You could see Asian session be like this big to where you have the market move like this in Asian session, right? This whole thing, this whole little downtrend here could be Asian session, right? Okay, but we're gonna keep it simple. We're gonna keep it we're gonna show it the best way possible. So let's say this is Asian session. Asian session usually ranges. You're gonna have this movement happen, right? As soon as Frankfurt opens, right? Frankfurt pre-London, right before London opens, you're gonna have a manipulation. You're either gonna have a manipulation to the downside. It's gonna happen like this. You're gonna have a manipulation down, and then the market's gonna go up, right? That's what you're looking for. Because London session, once London opens, that's the manipulation you're gonna get, right? That Frankfurt open to London open, you're gonna have a manipulation either to the downside or to the upside. Once you have that manipulation, the market's gonna continue, right? It's gonna continue. What do you think is going to happen after that? You have this quote unquote order block or sponsor candle here that is unmitigated. Let me just go ahead and do it that way. That is unmitigated. So the market is going to come down, and guess what could happen, right? Let's say this happens, right? Let's say the market is coming down like this, and let's say it's a new day. Asian session could happen again. Let's say this is Asian session again the next day, like this. What's this color? Asian session again. What do you think is going to happen? Market is going to, Frankfurt is going to open, London open is going to open. The market's going to manipulate, go back to the upside. You see how that works? So basically the thing is behind this, Asian session will most of the time be used as liquidity. Okay, if you guys have a problem looking to where is liquidity or what do you want to see get rated, Asian session most of the time will be rated. Okay, either the low or the high. Okay, both the low and the high could be rated. Okay, just use Asian session as a confluence. You're gonna see what I mean once I go into the actual live charts and show you guys like in a better example. But I'm just trying to show you guys a little diagram right now so you guys can see the idea what I mean behind this. So basically what you see here is on this first manipulation here, right, you have Asian session come in, you have London comes in, manipulate, go to the upside, then let's say New York didn't do anything, right? Boom, the next day comes, Asian session get formed again. Now you have the manipulation to the downside, but this is not no random manipulation. This manipulation was to fill these orders here, right? To mitigate these orders here. And guess where your entry could have been, right? If you knew what was actually going on, your entry could have been down here on this, sponsor candle or order block down here, and you could have caught this sniper entry, okay? Now I'm gonna show you a perfect example of this. We're gonna start from all the way over here. Now this blue shaded thing right here, this is the indicator that I have that just represents Asian session. Okay, you guys can get it if you want. I mean, it's let me see if I can find it real quick. This is what it's called. Okay, FXN, Asian session range. You're gonna have to go to community scripts. Okay, go to community scripts and search it, and then you're gonna see it. Okay. Yeah, it's this one by Rob Minty. And then you can go in, you can edit it, you can do whatever, you can choose a different color if you want or whatever. I just like mine's blue. All right, so we can pay attention to these right here. You see how I have this little Y? That means liquidity. Okay, so you see how these Asian sessions are still intact. That means there is liquidity above these. Keep this in mind, all right? Keep this in mind. Like I said, it doesn't always have to be manipulated, but most of the time it will be. Just keep that in mind, all right? Now, you're going to see the setups behind this. All right, so let's pay attention. We have the market come down. We have Asian session right here. Okay, what do you see happens? All this right here represents London. Okay, London goes down, manipulates, and then we go back towards the upside. We break these highs right here, breaking lower time frame structure. After that happens, okay, after that happens, the market comes down during New York session. Okay, one thing you guys have to understand, these sessions work together. Okay, Asian session, London session, New York session, they work together. All right, so you have Asian session here that creates this range. You have London session. The purpose of London session for this day was to manipulate this range, right, to take out this liquidity. And then what did New York do? New York came and mitigated this. Okay, now we have down here is mitigated. All right, now after that mitigation happens, we go to the upside for the rest of the day. Okay, now look what happens. Next day comes. The next day comes. Look what we do. We have Asian session range again. Okay, but one thing we know is there is something that's not mitigated down here, right? This area, if I can find the exact candle. Let me see if I can find the exact candle for you guys. You can go 5-minute candle. Let's do the 5-minute candle. Okay, this 5-minute candle right here is not mitigated. Why do we need this 5-minute candle to be mitigated? Right? Because this is the last area where orders was put into the market. How do we know that? Because we have a manipulation towards the downside. We have a mitigation of this accumulation, right? This is Wyckoff. But we're not going to talk about Wyckoff this video, okay? You have accumulation that happens here. We have a mitigation of this whole accumulation. So that means the last place of orders was this area. And then after we have this, manipulation to the downside, we have a move towards the upside, impulsive move towards the upside. That means this is what needs to be mitigated. Okay, we have imbalance, all of it, right? Simple steps, the simple rules for a sponsor candle / order block or an institutional candle. Okay, there's many names for it. So look what happens. I'm gonna go to the 15 minutes to make it a little bit faster. I want you to pay attention to what happens here. Okay, so let's say we have an order here, right? This order did not get activated until the next day. So we have Asian session range. We have a manipulation to the downside. This entire London went towards the downside. Why did we come to the downside? To mitigate this previous mitigation candle right here. Now look how we mitigate this candle. We mitigated with an accumulation. Okay, so you would have your entry right here. Okay, this would have been your first entry. Now a second entry, for those that know Wyckoff, you have a Wyckoff accumulation here. All right, so I mean, let me break down this entry super simple real quick. So you have low, high, all of this could be considered. You have sudden climax, all this could be considered ST and STMBs. Spring, all you're waiting for now is the break of structure. Okay, you're waiting for this high to get broken. High is broken right here, right? It doesn't matter. It still got broken. A little bit of wick, still got broken. What needs to be mitigated? This right here, this sponsor candle right here needs to be mitigated. I know this came down, but this still has not been mitigated. It still has not been touched. So look what happens. Sniper entry right there, and we continue towards the upside. Okay, simple. All right, simple. So now you have two trades in one. You see how Asian session was used here. We'll go to the downside to mitigate this previous area right here, and accumulation. Simple setup. Right now, let me go ahead and zoom out, and I'm gonna show you guys another example real quick. I'm gonna show you guys this example right here. Okay, now we have Asian session here, right? An Asian session here. But the problem is these lows are still intact, which means the market did not take out these lows here, which means we have liquidity sitting underneath here. Because we have liquidity sitting underneath here, the market could easily do this. It's no surprise that the market did this huge manipulation. Why? Because we have liquidity sitting underneath both of these lows. So what do you have? Lows took in, lows took in. Look what happens. We fly to the upside. All right. Now look what happens again. Okay. We have liquidity being built by Asian session right here. This low did not get rated. Okay. This low did not get rated, and we still have this that needs to be mitigated. What do you think is going to happen? The market is going to manipulate, take out this liquidity, mitigate, and continue up. Exactly like that. All right. So that is the mindset you need to have with Asian session. When you're looking at Asian session, this is a huge trick, guys. I'm telling you, use this. It happens every single time. All right. Use Asian session as liquidity. All right. It won't fail you. Trust me. Look what happens. The market, the market plays around. The market's going to play around. It keeps going. Just keep watching. The market keeps going. It keeps doing this thing. And the market continues down. But it's not going down there for no reason. As long as we understand that. Asian session created. Boom. Tapped in. And we fly towards the upside. All right, so here you go, guys. Right? Let's go over this. Okay, so we have this manipulation that happens that take out both of these Asian session lows. All right, the market goes up. Okay, we create Asian session here, but guess what? This has not been rated yet, so that means there's liquidity sitting underneath here. Market goes up, comes back down. We still have not rated this yet. Okay, goes up. Next day comes in. Asian session again. Manipulate the lows and manipulate the highs. Okay, then we continue down. Right, we have Asian session right here. Took out the lows and we took out the highs, but there was a reason for the market to come down here. Okay, why? First, to take out this low, right? This liquidity sitting underneath here, and to mitigate this sponsor candle, right? This is a sponsor candle. Now, I'm not gonna go in of how I got this exact entry, right? I can't really do that because that's for the mentorship. Okay, so we came here, mitigated this area. And look, we continue towards the upside. All right. Simple as that. Now, the thing is, Asian session won't be manipulated every single time, right? Keep that understanding. Add this to your arsenal. Add this little trick to your arsenal. Okay. So when you see this thing occur, you know how to play off of it, right? You see here, you had to wait 2 days, almost 3 days for these two Asian session lows to get manipulated, right? Just use this in your arsenal and just look out for it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys in the next one, and peace out.